Our Shimla getaway began the moment we left Chandigarh and started winding our way up into the hills. The plains slowly faded, the air turned cooler, and the mountains began wrapping around us. Our first stop was Savoy Greens, a perfect little tea break spot. Open views, fresh mountain breeze, and that first cup of chai in the hills. It just hits differently. It felt like the official start vacation mode. Further ahead, we stopped at Meghdoot for lunch. The place had classic hill station charm, warm wooden interiors, large windows letting in soft daylight, and comforting North Indian food that felt just right before the final stretch of the drive. And then we reached our Airbnb, tucked away in a pretty secluded little lane away from the noise. It felt like our own hidden mountain retreat. We were welcomed with a traditional Himachali cap, which instantly made us feel like we belonged there. The room, absolutely magical. Windows on both sides, opening to nothing but pine trees and rolling hills. No buildings blocking the view, just pure nature. You could literally see lively little cabins scattered in the valley, and the silence was beautiful. That evening, we witnessed a most breathtaking sunset, golden hues melting into pink skies while sipping wine thoughtfully arranged by our B&B host. It was peaceful, slow, and perfect. After getting ready, we headed to Mall Road and made a beeline for Hotel Willowbanks because it houses 3 different eateries and we wanted to try them all. We started at Cafe Shimla Trails on the ground floor, cozy vibe, live singer, great energy. Then we went up to the rooftop restaurant, chilly mountain air, city lights below, and that classic hill station dining experience. It was just amazing. And finally, we settled into our favorite Shimla Brewing Company. What a place! Beautiful indoor space with DJ and great music, plus outdoor seating with swings and fairy lights. The drinks were amazing, the vibe was lively, and that's how we ended our first night. The next morning, we crossed the Dhali Tunnel, and what a scenic drive it was. Smooth, winding roads, tall deodar trees lining the way, mist dancing through the mountains. It felt straight out of a postcard. On the way to Rashtrapati Bhavan Mashobra, we planned to stop at Sher-e Punjab, but it was too crowded, so we found a gem instead, Amantran, where we enjoyed a delicious traditional Himachali thali, authentic flavors, local spices, simple and soulful. Finally, we reached Rashtrapati Bhavan in Mashobra, also known as Presidential Retreat. Surrounded by thick cedar forest, this grand colonial era property sits peacefully atop a hill. It's serene, elegant, and has this old world charm that makes you feel like you've stepped back in time. From there, we drove to Himalayan Nature Park in Kufri, nestled amidst dense forests. The park houses native Himalayan wildlife like the Himalayan monal, barking deer, snow leopards, and much more. Walking through the park feels immersive. The enclosures blend into nature, and the cool mountain air makes a stroll even more enjoyable. After a full day out, we returned to our Airbnb and relaxed with a warm tub bath, the perfect way to unwind in the hills. That evening, we explored Mall Road again, visiting the iconic Christ Church, glowing beautifully against the evening sky. One of the oldest churches in North India, its neo-Gothic architecture is simply stunning. We also stopped by Viziregal Lodge, Indian Institute of Advanced Study, a magnificent colonial building surrounded by manicured lawns and history from the British era. And of course, Lakkar Bazaar, famous for its wooden handicrafts, souvenirs, and that old Shimla charm. To end the trip on a high note, we returned to Shimla Brewing Company for dinner, dancing and great music yet again. And just like that, we called it a night. On our final morning, we went for a peaceful stroll through the quiet mountain roads. On the way back, we stopped for fresh roadside Kinnu juice, sweet, tangy, and refreshing. And before heading back, a quick coffee and bite at Starbucks because some traditions are a non-negotiable. Shimla, you were beautiful, peaceful, lively, and unforgettable. See you on the next trip.